Heather Mason, who was Harry Mason's daughter, was one day in a classroom talking to the teacher. She got a phone call from her father that said that cultists and monsters were attacking his place and asked her to hide, but she didn't. Heather Mason saw lying body and went to the mall to go up to the front of the burger joint, where she left her elevator and nasty clown because she got trapped in the nightmare world. Heather Mason got on the elevator and said, "It's time for me to live up to my family name and discover Silent Hill Revelations." So she had to go. Heather Mason escaped from the elevator and escaped a monster and exited. She kept walking down the road and made sure there were no police around because she was suspect for murder. The roadsides were nice and the snow was falling and the birds and the sun was almost down from the top of the sky. The mood was set for Heather Mason's quest to help her father where he was. Heather Mason looked around the roadsides and said, "It's a good day to do what has to be done by me and help my father to escape the cultists." Heather Mason was late, so she had to walk really fast. Vincent's car was hidden nearby, so when Heather Mason went by, a Vincent came and wanted to give her a ride. Here, Heather Mason saw the first monster because Vincent was a cultist and was stalked by monsters. "I can't give you my hot bod, Vincent," Heather Mason said.
"Why not?"
said Vincent back to Heather Mason.
"Because you are attacked by cultist monster."
So Heather Mason screamed at the monster behind Vincent and ran off thinking,
"My father is in trouble there,"
and went faster. Heather Mason had to go faster like the speed of sound and got there fast because Harry needed her where he was. Heather Mason looked at road signs and saw Silent Hill with Dahlia under it saying, "It's safer to be inside." So Heather Mason almost turned around but heard screaming like Harry, so she went faster again. Heather Mason ran in and did another scream and hid on the merry-go-round, and the Alessa took out some brethren cultists in front of Heather Mason. Heather Mason screamed and walked fast. Heather Mason then looked on the ground and found Seal of Metatron, so she picked it up and ran fast at cultist prisoners in a cultist prison. Heather Mason said,
"Cultist prisoners, leave this place."
And the cultist prisoners said, "But this is our prison." And Heather Mason felt sorry for them because they couldn't leave there anymore because they were cultist prisoners. So Red Pyramid sliced off their arms and killed the cultist prisoners so they were at peace. Then Heather Mason heard another scream from her father, so she kept walking really faster to get where he was. Otherworld was nothing like the roadsides. There was no birds singing and the fish were dead and Darabi Rabbits was messy and bloody from nurses. When Heather Mason got to where the screaming was started from, she found her father, Harry Mason, captured by the leader, Claudia, and Harry said,
"Heather Mason, over here."
So Heather Mason went there to where Harry Mason was captured. Heather Mason handed her seal to the Claudia really fast, and the seal went and turned the leader, Claudia, into missionary, and the missionary had no eyes and couldn't see. Red Pyramid said,
"It's time to end this, once and for all,"
and sworded missionary in the face, and missionary fell. Heather Mason said,
"Thanks, I could help, Red Pyramid."
and Red Pyramid said,
"You should call me Pyramid Head next time."
and they laughed. The laugh overed quickly, though, because Heather Mason yelled,
"Look out, Dad!"
and pointed up to the top of the sky. Harry Mason looked up and said,
"No, Heather Mason, run out of here fast as you can."
and Heather Mason walked really fast out. Heather Mason looked back and saw Harry get swallowed by fog, and she was mad and angry.
"I'll get you back, Evil Town!"
Heather Mason screamed at the top of lungs. To be continued.
You should call me Pyramid Head next time.
Don't laugh. I am supposed to laugh.
Go.
You should call me...
Fuck.
You should call me fuck.
Wait, I got it.
You should call me Pyramid Head next time. You should...
I'm sorry. I'm being terrible. I'll stop.
Sandra, voice actors need a professional environment.
Okay, shut up. Just go.
You should call me Pyramid Head next time.